Greetings, it is I, Dr. Crow, aka the Executioner of Heresy. Today I would like to bring attention to the fact that in today's day and age, there are a lot of people who are stupid and recording videos. Excluding me, of course. On the internet, many videos can be found of people giving you advice on a variety of things. One of the biggest ones being dating. And as you probably know, dating in the modern world isn't going very well. So, could the know-it-alls on the internet that are giving out advice be a reason for this? The answer is yes, but let's take a look at these dating advice together. And may God have mercy on us as we do. Starting off with women giving advice to other women.
And I want you to know, baby.
First dating advice I've gotten was the signs you ignore in the beginning just end up being the reason you leave later. You know right away who's good and who's bad for you. Don't ignore that. Now, to an extent, some of it may be true, but most of it is wrong. The signs that she is talking about are of course not the obvious forms of bad behavior, like lying, showing disrespect, or being overly jealous. Because everyone knows to avoid people who engage in such things. But what she is referring to here is actually opposing views and beliefs. Many people actually consider opposing views in dating to be signs of toxicity or red flags. People often seek a partner who truly understands them and with whom they can, form a genuine connection with. This means believing that in order for this to work, to be compatible, they need to share the same mind. But you see, the thing is that nowadays most women are actually left-wing and most men are right-wing, meaning that opposing views are actually inevitable. Not to mention that social media, with this constant stream of opinions, only deepens the divide in people's beliefs. This means that when you step into the real world of dating, you will experience this. Now you can argue and say that, well, I just need to find a like-minded individual, and while that can happen, the reality is that the odds of that happening are much lower than you could ever imagine. Especially when you consider how diverse people truly are in general. Many people will give up way too soon before a relationship can even start because of the so-called signs. It is really important to understand this, because when people do not, they will treat dating like an endless audition, constantly replacing partners as if waiting for the perfect actor to show up, only to end up exhausted and frustrated. If you truly are willing to do this, then you need to know what you are doing and give people a chance. And by doing just that, you will quickly realize that your soulmate is not someone to be found, but rather someone to be made.
I love you like a love song, baby.
Okay, I'm 25 years old and I've dated. I have been on the apps. I've done the whole thing. So this is my advice to girls in their early 20s on how to date, what to avoid.
We're getting into this.
And what to look out for when it comes to dating, okay? First of all, never date a man that takes a selfie. That's disgusting. You should never see a selfie on his Instagram page. That's nasty. Also, if he has a Honda Civic, any type of Honda, red flag. Disgusting. Matter of fact, just stay away from all car guys. They're toxic. Men that have a TikTok, but it's actually a TikTok just to kind of just say they're single, that's nasty. Every time a dude is asking you out, he should be planning the date, paying for the date.
Yeah, traditional things, but you better be traditional as well.
If you feel comfortable, he should pick you up and come to your door with flowers, okay? I'm sorry, but the amount of times that I see that dudes make zero effort, you're so fucking beautiful. Don't let a man take you out. I'm sorry, he doesn't deserve that.
Now, she also says that the man needs to pick up the woman and also be there with flowers. Now, that would be something nice, of course, and it could make a good first impression. However, it isn't a requirement for a date to work. You can meet up at a place as well. That can also work, yeah, right? It is also worth mentioning that a man might not go all out on a date if you are meeting each other for the first time. He does not know you yet, and you might not even like him. If he invests too much money and effort, it could be a big loss for him. You do know that, right? And by the way, what's up with that attitude? I don't really get it.
You're so fucking beautiful. Don't let a man take you out. I'm sorry, he doesn't deserve that.
See, now, If it is a girl like you, then why would a man try to make any effort? Because you're being a little bit too demanding and rude for a girl who wants to be treated, with respect and given flowers.
You should be able to ask a man what they want in a relationship, and if they don't have an answer for it, bye. Like, I think it's so weird that, like, people start dating and they don't know what they want. How do you not know what you want? Like, are you stupid?
True to some extent, but keep in mind that you don't know each other yet, so no early promises can be made.
I'm sorry, you should know what you want. That doesn't make any sense to me. Another thing, you guys should check the type of people that they follow on, like, Instagram and stuff. Like, if they have lustful eyes, girl, that's gonna follow into the relationship. If your man is following, like, Instagram baddies, like, girl, no.
True about the bad part, but the man is also allowed to check yours, right?
And it's like you shouldn't have to ask them. They should just know not to do that if they're looking for a serious relationship. Like, that's crazy to me that, like, why would a girl put up with that? And the fact that, like, men just are out here having, like, lustful Instagram followings because they don't follow them back is crazy to me. Like, no.
Yes, they should know. Just like you should know that many men shouldn't be following you on the app if you're also looking for a serious relationship.
Another thing is, don't date a man that is not into politics. That's disgusting, okay? I'm sorry, but, like, if you're past the age of, like, 18, you should have thoughts in your mind, and your thoughts should be so obvious on where you stand. Dudes that say that they're, like, not into politics, that's disgusting.
Don't date a man that is not into politics. That is disgusting. This woman is very obnoxious. I personally think that men should know what is going on in the world, and yes, politics do help with that, but they don't necessarily have to be into politics. They just need to keep track of what is going on.
Not into politics, that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
This nigga said.
Like, you're literally dating women and you're choosing not to care about them? No, red flag!
You're literally dating women and you're choosing not to care about them. How does not being into politics translate to not caring about women? What in the actual... Unless it means that when a man is not left-wing, supporting feminism and abortions, having opposing views.
Okay, but yeah, those are just some little tips and tricks on how to stay away from crusty men. If you guys have any tips on how to help the girlies out, please let us know. I have a man, but
Look at this smug piece of shit acting like she knows everything.
let them know. But it's just so funny to me that, like, I see too much on here and I'm like, I feel like I should help you out. But yeah.
Anyway, she's done. Thank God. We can move on.
How to get in a guy's head. How to make him freaking obsessed with you.
Whoa, we're about to dive into some top tier secret mind control techniques over here.
Now, I don't know if you're going to want to do this because they are going to be all over you. There will be no more chasing needed by your end. They're going to be wrapped around your little finger. Number 1, text him his name and then don't answer. None. Done. We're ghost. We're gone.
You get into a guy's head by ignoring him. Truly a move to be studied for its effectiveness. Because once you do that, the man has no choice but to dedicate his life to finding the answers which only you hold via text.
There is no response after that. He is going to be first kind of freaking out, kind of shitting himself, but then kind of freaking out, kind of shitting himself. He's gonna get into like, oh crap, I really want to know what she wants to say, whatever, and be so invested in you and in that conversation for as long as you don't answer. And then once it is a couple hours, and when I say a couple, I mean about 4 to 5 hours later.
Finally, after 5 hours, he's going to get an answer. The man was just about to kill himself.
Then you can say, oh crap, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. He will be wondering about it for days.
He will not be wondering about it for days. He has probably realized that you are playing games that are not worth playing.
Number 2, hold eye contact with him. It makes him so nervous.
It will not make him nervous. Unless you are staring at him like this for a while, then yes. But otherwise, no. Nothing is gonna happen.
Him so nervous, and it creates like this sex drive, and it'll make him want you even more.
Hey, this is a religious channel. Why the sudden shift in this direction?
It'll make him start that obsession with you. But you have to keep the eye contact, like very strong and very not weird and awkward, but just like you're actually looking at him and you're looking directly into his eyes. My favorite thing in the world is telling a man that you don't know if he's your type. You're still kind of figuring it out. Now, this will make him want to be your type. This will make him want to figure out what your type is and be that person.
If you tell a guy that he is not your type, you are basically saying that you are not interested. What she just said is the equivalent of a man saying to a woman, you're not wife material. Now, tell me, if a man says that to a woman, do you really think the woman is going to try to prove that she's worthy of being a wife? Or that she will simply accept that the man doesn't want to marry her?
For you. And he's going to be invested into thinking everything that you want from him, and he's about to do that. Because men can't lose, and now it's a game to him.
Yes, if he decides to play the game, which he won't.
And last but not least, tell him that you feel safe with him. Guys love to be in their masculine era, and if you tell him that you feel safe with him, then he will be in that masculine era, and that is exactly how he wants to feel with a woman. So good luck, but use this wisely.
That is the only thing that you said which makes sense, but it's also worth mentioning that it is, just a compliment. You won't be really getting into a guy's head with that.
I love you like I love.
If no one ever taught you how to make men and people worship you like you are a literal goddess.
Last girl was trying to give advice on mind control, and here we have a girl giving advice on how to become a god. What the hell is wrong with these people?
When I say this literally works, this girl texted me saying that a man handed her $100 bill simply just for existing.
Listen, there will always be odd behavior from people in this world, such as the one she mentioned, like a man randomly giving a woman $100. But tell me, how many men will actually do something like that? Do you know any men in your life who would actually behave like that just because a woman is using her so-called princess treatment? Are you telling me that the women after watching this video are going to start randomly receiving $100 bills from men?
And when I did this, I saw results instantly. As soon as I walked into Starbucks, everyone looked at me.
No, they didn't. Everyone did not look at you.
And the lady ended up giving me my order for free.
The lady gave you your order for free. Here we thought the princess treatment only worked on men, but we were wrong. It seems to work on capitalism as well.
And then when I was basically just doing my work, a guy came over and was like, sorry, I'm not trying to hit on you. I just want to make friends and your energy is so good, and bought me a Starbucks drink.
A guy came up and said your energy is so good. Really now. Now I can believe they bought me a drink part. I mean, sure, men do that all the time to women. But that he specifically commented on your energy. Woman, please, just shut your face.
Starbucks drink. Never opened my own doors.
How did you get in the car? I don't see a man nearby.
People are always saying that they're literally obsessed with my energy. Guys are always saying that they want to date me. They want to be exclusive with me right away.
They are not always saying that. You're 100% exaggerating.
What we are using is the Princess Treatment Formula Guide. This will basically walk you through step by step how to instantly activate your feminine energy in the moment, tell you exactly how to act in situations, tell you exactly what to say with scripts to get princess treatment, to get everybody to be obsessed with you. Gives you the exact affirmations to repeat into your head.
Gives you the exact affirmations to repeat in your head. Yes, because all of it is in your head.
It is so good. It works literally instantly when you use it, and you can get instant access to it in my profile link.
Oh, of course, it is in the profile link. This almost reminds me of those guys who say, if you want to be an alpha male like me, then make sure to buy my course in the description below for only $200.
So the first step in activating your feminine energy is obviously looking feminine. An easy way to do that is to wear skirts or dresses all the time. And in the formula, it actually gave me literal examples, Pinterest boards of it.
Oh no, look at that. Yikes.
Exactly what to wear to be extremely feminine, classy, because this works best if you just look very classy and you're embracing your natural beauty. The second thing is when you walk into a room, you cannot be putting your energy outward. That will make you demagnetize. So instead of going into a room and being like, oh, I hope people like me, oh, I hope he really likes me, I hope he gives me princess treatment, I hope he asks me out, you want to walk into a room with all of your energy on you, thinking about how obsessed you are with yourself, thinking about how amazing your life is, thinking about how beautiful you look. You want to envision yourself as literal royalty.
Okay, first of all, that is just called confidence. How you see yourself only works if others agree with you. Let's take this woman for example. Now she can think of herself as a 10. But in order to be a 10, others need to agree with her, which in this case, they won't. The same goes for this so-called princess treatment.
Because people give princess treatment to people who are special, people who are royal. I kid you not, in the formula it tells you exactly how to see yourself as somebody who is royalty, somebody who is feminine, classy, elegant, and gives you literally exact affirmations to be thinking in the moment, to always feel like you are feminine royalty, like you are just that freaking girl, that freaking girl, that freaking girl.
Yeah, she basically keeps repeating the same thing over and over again. In summary, the so-called feminine energy at princess treatment essentially means I will receive this because I was thinking about it, which is not how the real world works.
Okay, ladies, here's something that you need to understand. We, yes, me and you, as women, we are not biologically designed to obsess over men. We are not wired to obsess over men the way men are wired to obsess over us. We're a lot more evolved.
Ah, well, there you have it, folks. Women are simply more evolved. Men are still Neanderthals.
Okay? Our moral compass is completely different to men.
A moral compass. Really now. That refers to a person's ability to distinguish right from wrong. What does that have to do with an obsession exactly? That would be more about emotional regulation.
Men are designed to be obsessed with women. Why? Because they are driven by their biological needs and their urges.
What are you trying to say? Huh? Are you trying to say that men only care about one thing?
They are driven by their biological needs and their urges.
Spoiler alert, they aren't. Both men and women tend to be driven actually more by goals and values, by their intellect, rather than by instincts. Because humanity has progressed this far precisely because we are not ruled by our urges. If we were, we would be no different from animals.
I know so many women right now, happily single, happily celibate. Men, on the other hand, no.
She speaks from a personal point of view. She knows women who are happy and assumes that it represents reality. But that's like me saying I know men who have lived longer than women, so men must live longer than women. But in reality, that's not the case. Also, she doesn't actually say I know men. She simply starts with men, implying that what she's saying applies to most of them.
I know so many women right now.
Yeah, you know women who are happily celibate. But does that mean that women in general are happy being celibate? Now your answer might be a quick yes, but if you take a moment and think about it, that is only because the narrative that a woman doesn't need a man is strongly pushed by feminism.
I'm a strong, independent woman. So here's 12 reps of I don't need a man. I don't need a...
But in reality, no matter who you are, you cannot be completely independent of the opposite gender, as it's simply human nature. A man cannot be without a woman, and a woman cannot be without a man. Those are the facts.
They will do everything and anything just to get access to a woman's body. Why am I telling you that? Because men will actually get hypnotized by you as a woman. Yes, they go through the same process as somebody who is being hypnotized.
You have probably started to notice that these women believe in things like magic intuition, magic energy, and hypnotization. All common beliefs among retards.
This is why, as a woman, you need to leverage your attractiveness. You need to learn how to leverage your looks. Your looks are important. They are not everything, okay? They're not everything, because I'm an advocate for working hard and making something of yourself. But they're important. Yes, they are. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you.
You just lied about everything else.
And say looks are not important. I advise every woman to invest in herself, because when you look good, you feel good, and you are going to give that energy off when you are dating, when you are meeting these men. Okay, so what you need to understand is that men are designed to be obsessed. Okay, they are wired to be obsessed with women. We are not biologically created to be obsessed over a man. We are wired to create. We are wired to nurture relationships in our lives, okay? And fulfillment is what is at the forefront for us. That is the thing that we are driven by. We are driven by our emotions.
For women, this is generally true to a reasonable extent. Men, on the other hand, are wired to create and provide within relationship, finding their fulfillment in that role.
Men, on the other hand, they are driven by their urges and their needs. Their biological needs and their biological urges. Those are the things that drive men to do what they want to do what they do. Okay? Every man here is trying to get access to you. Remember that. The only reason why a man ever approaches you in the first place is to get access to you.
I believe she refers to access here as intercourse. And no, not every man out there is trying to get access to you. I would also like to mention that there will be, a lot of these stereotypes about the opposite gender when it comes to these people who give out dating advice. You will keep hearing that men only care about intercourse and that women only care about money, but such statements are overly exaggerated.
I'm telling you this because as a woman, you can actually hypnotize a man. Men will sell their houses, they will sell their assets just to be with a woman.
They'll sell their house, their assets, and even their soul just to be with a woman. Because obviously it's the men with nothing left who are chosen, right?
Just for a woman. Men will empty their pockets just for a woman. You don't believe me? Take a look at the guys in the poorer countries.
But what the hell are you talking about?
Observe how these men act in poorer countries. They don't have the resources, but that doesn't stop them from getting access to women.
It does. It literally does stop them. You're not making any points here.
They will do everything and anything to get access to a woman. A man will go on the street, he will sell something that day just so that he can get access to women. Okay? So, don't believe me? Observe men. Observe them and you will see what I'm talking about. A man can get hypnotized by a woman. He literally gets hypnotized by a woman's looks. He will overlook so many things, okay? Men understand that in order to get access to women, they need to pay. They need to pay. They understand this. This is a universal rule. It is the same in every country, every planet.
If you're talking about them trying to make money in order to get married, that's a whole different story. That would just be their responsibility as providers. And if they didn't do that, they wouldn't even be able to provide for themselves. So no, those things wouldn't all be for a woman.
It is the same in every country, every planet.
That was actually how the video ended. I didn't cut it. It ended as awkwardly as it began. So yeah, I guess that was today's look into what some people call dating advice. Let me also inform you that I plan to continue this romance genre because there's still plenty of idiocracy left to discuss. This video focused on women giving advice to women, but I'll also cover women giving advice to men, men giving advice to men, and men giving advice to women. This means that there will be 3 more videos coming because, I'm all about gender equality. Either way, these women have committed crimes against what is known as the order, and that is punishable by death. I shall commence the execution in the town square shortly. But with that being said, if you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. I wish you the best. May your dreams be monumental, and until we meet again.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
People worship you like you are a literal goddess.
To be first kind of freaking out, kind of shitting himself.
You don't believe me? Take a look at the guys in the poorer country.